Hello, welcome to part one of my collection. This video is going to contain Aero Video collection, my small little Aero Video collection, like you can see right there. In the bottom, I have my Criterion ones. In the other shelf, the third shelf, I have some Shout Factory and Scream Factory. Really tiny little collection because here in Canada they're really expensive. So, and I have some Disney in the last shelf, and the other one are random companies that I have like one or two editions of. So, anyways, let's begin with the first one. Okay. We have Bride of Reanimator, pretty much a limited edition of the movie. This one right here, Creepshow 2. There was actually a Canadian edition, which was purple. It was the exact same edition, but it was for the Canadian market. And I don't know if it had French and English writing and all that, but I know the box, this one right here, was purple. So another limited edition release. This is why I like Aero Video, is they release a lot of amazing cool boxes like this. So yeah. Chud. Probably if I put some lighting on there, I'm going to help a little. But anyways, yeah. Chud. The Mutilator. Close it. Okay. Sorry for the glare, everybody, but it's the best I can do. Yeah, okay, probably if I put it like this, the Mutilator and all that, pretty much an awesome little 80s slasher. So I'm not going to talk too much about a lot of these films because I want to do I don't want to do a 3-hour video just talking about Aero stuff and all that. So probably at some point I will make a review probably of every editions and all that. So next one is Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. The main villain of this is the original actor that played Gomez, Adam, in the original 1960s Addams Family. So yeah. Oops. The Stuff. This film right here, it's so awesome. Since the first day I saw it, I just really fell in love with the film. It's so cheesy, and really, it's pretty much made for the 80s. And this is pretty much why I love the 80s. You have a lot of amazing stuff like this. A lot of really bad, well, not bad, but really cheesy flicks like this. So this one right here, The Car. I do think that Scream Factory or Scream Factory, yeah, Scream Factory or Shout Factory released an edition of this, but I don't think they ever released a U.S. edition of this. But The Car. This is the original Dark Water. Hideo Nakatas. No, what's his name? Hideo Nakatas. Whatever. I'm sorry about that. I'm butchering somebody's name, but yeah. Awesome little David Cronenberg film, Shivers. I do own an edition on DVD that is the French edition of this. Just like at least two films, this one and Street Trash. Street Trash I have on VHS, the French edition, which I purchased like 10, 15 years ago, probably close to 20 years ago. And yeah, I just really kept it. So, The Burbs, cool little film. Tom Hanks is this one cost me a lot of money, like $40, $50 Canadian, but it was worth all the money. It's technically about two twin brothers and all that. One is sent to prison, and when he comes back, gets his revenge on his twin and everything, and all hell breaks loose and such. Just really an amazing film. Not a whole lot of people talk about this film, but I would highly recommend it. If you can find a cheap little knockoff or even a Blu-ray. I don't even know if there's actually a Blu-ray other than this right here, released in the US or the UK and all that, other than the Arrow Video. Again, this is why I love Arrow Video, because they release a lot of weird stuff like Brain Damage. Brain Damage and all that is pretty much about like some sort of slug, like some sort of slug like goes in your brain and controls you or stuff like that. But yeah, this is pretty much the same director that directed I think Basket Case. Basket Case is in my top 5 favorite creature feature films of all time. This one right here, one of my couple of Japanese Asian films, Outlaw Gangster VIP. This is the sequel, Battles Without Honor, New Battles Without Honor and all that, the complete trilogy. So, Reanimator, the original cult classic film. This one I've never watched before. I purchased this just as a blind buy because it was Arrow Video, so you don't get a whole lot of Arrow Video where I live, so if any. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. If I were to create my own little business, I would like to make a deal with Arrow Video just to sell, be an exclusive seller to them and all that, because I love the product, I love the company, and just really to support them. Okay. Bay of Blood. Carrie. Oops. Okay, Carrie. Hell Come... Oops. If I just put this right here. Okay, Hell Comes to Frogtown. This I purchased a year before they released the American edition of the film, so, but this probably, this one right here I love so much. This one and what's the name of the movie again? I can't remember, but this one right here, everybody should see this film. How amazing it is. Pretty much a film that nobody gave a hoot about when it was first released, and it became an instant cult classic years later when it was released on home video. So this right here is my pride and joy of my entire Arrow Video collection, because I just really fell in love with the films. Female Prisoner, Scorpion, the complete collection. Just really amazing film, films, I should say. Yeah. If anybody out there can actually, if any of you people out there are big Asian cinema fans and all that, please do suggest some other either Asian, either be Chinese, Japanese, Cantonese, or whatever type of Asian type films that are so amazing that I need to watch. This one right here, Raising King. This one right here, I just really love the cover to this. When I actually looked on, I think it was Amazon, and I just really fell in love with the cover. This right here, this is the original. I think this is the original poster. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm not used to filming like this. So, Raising King. I think this is the original poster. So. This right here is probably a rare set to find now. The original quadrilogy of House. This is the UK exclusive release that to this day they've never released. Never released the third and fourth one in the US for I think for copyright reason or something like that. But the third one and all that. Just really over the top. The fourth one is a terrible mess. But just really to get the third one is awesome. The first one is a cult classic. The second one is pretty good. The first three films are pretty good, but the fourth one is pretty crappy. So, but it's also cool to own all of these. Dead or Alive. Evil Ed. Not the greatest film ever, but still good for what it is. A little schlock type film. And last but not least, probably one of my... I haven't seen a whole lot of... Oops. Wow. Almost fell. Okay. Little accident. Don't want to break anything. Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of... how do you call this? Giallo. Yeah, a whole lot of Giallo films. Pretty much what Giallo films are, I think it's mostly mystery type, crime type films and all that. That came like in, I think, late 60s, 70s or something like that. Italian cinema, so yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go to the Criterion collection. So let's go. Blow Up. The Man Who Knew Too Much. Probably one of the best endings to a comedy that I've ever seen. Pretty much, Katharine Hepburn's character, pretty much at the end of the film and all that, starts really to impress the person she's in love with and such. Just really starts cooking and just really is terrible at it, and it just really ensues into a comedy type thing that I have never seen that is so funny. A must see. Probably one in my top 20 favorite films of all time, The Virgin Suicide Sides. It's pretty much about sisters and all that just really are tired of their mother and all that, and being pretty much a drill sergeant. So that they can't do anything, and they technically can't have a boyfriend, or they can't go anywhere without their mother controlling them. So yeah, it's just really tragic what happens at the end. But yeah, Is Girl Friday, amazing film. Repo Man, Emilio Estevez's classic film. Babette's Feast, which I haven't watched yet, so I have no clue what the movie's about. So it was a little damaged here. I think it was my fault or something like that, but yeah. This is what pisses me off sometimes, is you try to be as careful as you can not to damage something, but for freak's sakes, you damage something. But yeah, oops, okay. Eraserhead. Watership Down, not for the kiddies. Really, I love animation, and this right here is probably in my top 10 favorite animated films of all time. I just really love it. Pretty much a society run by bunnies and all that, and yeah, there's a lot of blood and pretty gory, pretty freaking gory. So this one right here is a pretty long film, but amazing. I bought the DVD years ago and decided to go with the Criterion edition. Not the greatest cover, but still. Time Bandits. This one I wanted to have for so many years. I just decided, the heck. I decided to buy it. I think this is post or during. I cannot remember what year this was. I think 73. I think this was a couple years before she did Carrie. But yeah. Seven Samurais inspired a lot of directors, so. And you cannot have a Criterion collection without having this. Night of the Living Dead. A legendary film that just pretty much made a lot of horror film directors fans of horror and everything, and just really some of the best horror films that you've ever seen, are a lot of it are influenced by this. So I want to get the Jacques Tati collection one day on Blu-ray, but it's really freaking expensive. But this right here, a lot of it, Mr. Bean is influenced a lot with Mr. Ulat's Holiday and all that. So the Breakfast Club. Really weird being released on Criterion. And the Trilogia del Guillermo del Toro. Love at least two of the films. Kronos is probably a film that I just really loved so much. Since the first day I bought it on DVD years ago. The Devil's Backbone, pretty good, but Pan's Labyrinth, I just really fell in love with the film. Just the imagery and the characters and everything, and just, oh my god, it's just freaking awesome. But it's really a shame that there's no subtitle. No, I think there's a subtitle, but I mean an English version of this for people that don't love subtitle films, because yeah. Okay. Purple Moon. Purple Moon is based off of Mr. Ripley's, not Mr. Ripley's, damn it. The Talented Mr. Ripley, yeah. This right here is my favorite version compared to the one they did years, I think in the 90s, 2000, I can't remember. But yeah. Ghost World. gonna get pretty hot in here. Whew. Straw Dogs. I was pretty disappointed in this film. Still good, but a little disappointed. I thought I was going to like it a heck of a lot better. This right here is quite possibly one of the weirdest films I own in my entire collection. Naked Lunch. This one right here and Popcorn are the two films that I remember. I remember when I was a kid, I always saw them in the video store, and I never rented them. And now I own them, so... Love the coverage of this Scanners. House. Well, I was saying Naked Lunch was weird. This right, if you want to see a weird film, that pretty much, a lot of it doesn't make sense, I highly recommend House. It's a Japanese film, but oh my god, is it weird. Whew. Wow. Thank goodness for cappuccino. Whew. Probably one of my top 3 favorite Robin Williams films. This one, Mrs. Doubtfire, and probably his most underrated performance has to be 1 Hour Photo, because it's just really creepy how amazing he could be a dramatic actor and everything. And I actually watched a video yesterday talking about Batman and everything from the 90s. And originally, Robin Williams was supposed to be the Joker in the original 1989. One of the many persons that auditioned for the Joker and all that. And he was also supposed to be the Riddler if Tim Burton did the 3rd film. He was supposed to be the Riddler and all that, but Jim Carrey got the role, so... Limelight, really amazing dramatic film. Love it. Tootsie. My Dinner with Andre. I'll be honest, I thought it was a little boring. It was pretty good, but I don't know. Probably if I rewatch it again, probably I have to understand a lot of stuff. So, The Graduate probably has to be my top 20 greatest films ever made. Probably at least one of my top 5 favorite quotes of all time is, "Mrs. Robinson, are you trying to seduce me?" Just pretty much the only thing I knew about the film before I started watching it. Just really a must own in anybody's collection. So, The Game. This one I remember watching on pay-per-view when it was first originally released. So, yeah. This one I own 2 editions of. The Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is what animation is made for. Fantastic Planet. A French film. Awesome. Just awesome. Another amazing Chaplin film. Modern Times. I hope one day that they release the circus. I always wanted to see the circus. And I don't know if Criterion are going to buy... I know they own the rights to Janus Films, but I don't know if they own the rights to a lot of the shorts that Charlie Chaplin did in his early days and all that, so... This pretty much shows how much of a dramatic actor, an amazing actor that Adam Sandler can be. Amazing film. That is pretty much what I have to say about this film. Amazing film. Superb documentary about the cartoonist Robert Crumb. A must own in anybody's collection. Any edition you purchase, just really dazed and confused. Another Charlie Chaplin film. The Kid. I think this is wow. Man. I think this is the black. Yeah, it is a black and white, but a silent film. So this was made in 1921. It had to be. It has to be a silent film. 1921. So. Fanny and Fanny and Alexander. Ingmar Bergman's Fanny and Alexander. So there's, I think, a 5-hour cut of this film. So on this television version, and the theatrical version, which I don't know how long it is. I think one is like 3 hours and some minutes, and one is 5 hours. So yeah. Whew. Okay. Videodrome. Love David Cronenberg's films. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. The only, one of the 2 Criterions that I purchased. I don't think I have the other one. I think it's in my collection somewhere. But yeah, the only Criterion that you could ever find, that me personally, at Walmart. I do think this was the only major release from Criterion. So yeah, this was number 476. So that was a long time ago. So The Big Chill. Carnival of Souls. The Great Dictator. This was made during the war, I think. Yeah. This one was made in 1940s. So during the war and all that. The Gold Rush. Probably, in my opinion, Chaplin's best film, City Lights. Just really a classic film. Oh no, okay, I didn't know I had it here. But this right here, this is a weird release. There's no number, no nothing. It's just really the Criterion Collection. I don't know if this is a bootleg or what, but there's no number to this. And it is the Criterion Collection. and there's no numbers. There's just random number there, but I don't know what the heck that means. But yeah. Monsieur Verdoux. And this one I need to get on Blu-ray. This is a French film, so I don't know if they have the... Yeah, it's only subtitled, so... Yeah. So, this is it for my small little Criterion collection. Now let's go to the Shout Factory / Scream Factory collection. So, yes, this is the Shout Factory / Scream Factory releases that I have in my extremely small collection. The sole reason why I don't have that many Arrow Video, not Arrow Video, I don't know why I have Arrow Video in my head, but Scream Factory and Shout Factory, they're so freaking expensive. $30-$40 a pop. The Canadian edition, not Canadian edition, but in Canada and all that is really freaking expensive. So I buy a heck of a lot more stuff. But anyways, Ghoulies 1 and 2. Okay, this. Okay, Ghoulies 1 and 2. Yeah. They haven't released. I don't know if they released the other films, but yeah. This is Captain America, the 1990s film. Yeah, 1990. The Incredible Melting Man. The Nest. This right here is probably one edition that I love so much. It's the Steelbook edition of the Transformers film. Yeah, just really gorgeous. Tank Girl. One film that I truly enjoy. Motel Hell. Pretty much about a brother and a sister that have a motel and all that. And they pretty much kill people and make sausages out of them. So, yeah. Tales from the Hood. UHF, Prison, Audition, Death Becomes Her. This I remember renting a lot when I was a kid on VHS. Evil Speaks. This is Clint Howard, Ron Howard's brother. Yeah, had a brain fart for a minute. Life Force, awesome film. Street Trash. The Return of the Living Dead. Terrorvision and Video Dead. Terrorvision I had for so many years on VHS, and I was so happy when they released these two low budget films from the 80s and all that. So shocker. Not Wes Craven's best, but still pretty good. Class of 1984. Amazing film. Dolls. Dolls, I remember owning the DVD of this for many, many years, and I wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray for the sole reason that, just for the cover itself, it's so gorgeous. The Gate 2 and Missing in Action. I know I'm missing one. Probably it's way in the bottom, but yeah. Let's continue with the other editions and all that. This is a Blue Underground release of Zombie. Vinegar Syndrome, I just really started to enjoy a lot of the releases and all that. One I wanted to get, but I never got it, was Jack Frost, the lenticular cover, which I never got from Vinegar Syndrome and all that. I think it's out of print now and really, really expensive. Horror House on Highway 5, a low budget film. This one right here is brand new. I never watched it. I forgot about it. I forgot I had this movie, The Serpent and the Rainbow, and I paid like $35 for it. This is the reason why I don't buy a whole lot of Scream Factory. And this is a Scream Factory, so. This one right here is just really amazing film. Clown. It was directed by John Watts. It's pretty much, I think Eli Roth produced this. One of the producers of this film. It's pretty much about a father and all that. Wants to get a costume, some sort of costume and all that for Halloween. But he ends up finding a mask, some sort of mask that he thinks is a mask and all that, but is a demonic skin and everything. So pretty good film. The ending is pretty much to be desired, but pretty good. Hobgoblin, terrible film, but just fun to watch. And probably one director that I really, really love. What's his name again? Dick Moss. I love The Lift. I've owned the VHS for many, many years. Gave it to one of my friends. But probably one of the rarest films that Dick Moss has ever done. I don't think they ever released it in North America. Was Flutter, the original comedy that became a cult classic in the Netherlands. And just really, nobody really talks about the film. Nobody really knows about the film. I mostly learned about the Flutters and all that. The French Quebec film that they did and all that. It was basically the Flutters, but it was translated in like Quebec French. Quite possibly I talk about this a lot, quite possibly one of the funniest, trying to say the word, funniest dub film you will ever see if you understand French. But yeah. The Lift. Yeah, pretty much about killer elevator and all that. You don't see a heck of a lot of movies like this, so. Okay. Awesome film. Basket case. This right here is the limited edition of Popcorn, released by Synapse Films. I do think they didn't sell a heck of a lot of these because they were freaking expensive, like 40-50 bucks. So, yeah. A lot of people didn't purchase this particular edition, mostly because, like I said, it was so expensive, and they only made 3,000 of these, so there's no number, no nothing in these, but yeah. Next one is a Blue Underground, City of the Living Dead. Frankenhooker, awesome film. The Prowler. Just really the third of the trilogy. Just really vastly different compared to the first two films, and the sequel to the first one. And Maniac Cop 3. Okay. God Told Me To, released by Blue Underground, and this one was released by Blue Underground 2, Synapse Films. So yeah. Blue Underground owns the rights to Maniac Cop 2, but Synapse Films owns the rights to the original Maniac Cop. He did a film. I don't know if this film or the film came after, but it was called Psycho Cop. I think it's Psycho Cop or something like that. I don't know if it came before Maniac Cop, but yeah. I can't remember what company. I think it was Vinegar Syndrome or some other company that released Maniac Cop, not Maniac Cop, but Psycho Cop 2. So yeah. And another one you really need to have in your collection, Maniac. Now we're gonna go to the Disney editions. There's not gonna be any trying to think of the word. Pixar, yeah. No Pixar. There's no Pixar in this this video. It's only going to be the classic Disney films. So we're going to go way, way deep in the bottom. I have to take these and put these right here, because there's a heck of a lot of them. Gosh darn it, man. Okay. Okay. Peter Pan. Sleeping Beauty. This was the edition. Don't know if... Yes, I do still have it. Years prior, before they did something different, but yeah, this actually came with the movie. This is I don't know what the heck this is. Bonus DVD movie disc. Ah, okay. Yeah, this was the DVD released back, I think 2000. Gosh darn, 2008. Yeah. So that was 10 years ago. They recently re-released this film, I think, a couple years back. But yeah. A film that to this day still pisses me off that everybody in the world got it, but it took so long for the US to get Dumbo released on Blu-ray. Because I remember watching a lot of people having Dumbo on Blu-ray, but North America, Mexico had it, the UK had it, like a lot of countries had the movie, but I don't know why it took so many years to get released on Blu-ray. One of my first couple of Blu-rays that I purchased, really amazing film. A must-watch on Halloween every year, so. James and the Giant Peach. Not all of them have slipcovers, but still, they're pretty cool. Tarzan. Some of them I do have. I do have the sequel, so yeah. Lady and the Tramp. Probably in my top 5 favorite Disney films of all time. I love dogs so much. It's pretty much the reason I love this one. That one and 101 Dalmatians, so. The Jungle Book. Oops. Okay. Almost fell there. Cinderella. And the sequels. Cinderella 2 and Cinderella 3. A lot of people have been saying, and I can agree with them. Cinderella. Why am I saying Cinderella? Cinderella 3: A Twist in Time is an awesome sequel to the original film. The second one, the second one is terrible, but yeah. Zootopia. The film that started it all. Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Lion King 1.5. I wish they would release Timon and Pumbaa on DVD at some point. So, one of the most overrated films, in my opinion, because why is it so overrated is I've never seen a film so, how can I say this, so, it was good in the beginning, but Disney is a company that pretty much pushes and pushes and pushes the film, but I still love the film, but to me, it is still overrated for what it is, but I still do love it, so. Overhyped. They pretty much, to me, honestly, they killed the film for me, but I still love it. Enchanted, this is a live action film, so. Bolt. A Christmas Carol. Pretty much what started Anne Hathaway and all that's career, the Princess Diaries movies. I don't know why, I just love these films. Not the greatest, they're Tangled. I do think this one and yeah, The Princess and the Frog are the last two ones that they hand drawn. So this one right here, again, The Princess and the Frog, really good film. If anybody out there has never seen it, it's pretty good. Little Mermaid. The last of Disney's Renaissance. Disney's last great film that they did. The Lion King. After that, it pretty much goes downhill. After that, Hercules and a lot of the films they did were decent, but nothing compared to a lot of the films like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, The Lion King, and in my own honest opinion, probably one of my top 3 favorite Disney films, The Great Mouse Detective. Love that. 101 Dalmatians. Yeah, the original Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, the reimagining of it, and Aladdin. So yeah, this is pretty much this entire shelf right here. So I don't know when the next part is going to be, but I do think the next part is going to be my Blu-rays. So, well, not these Blu-rays right here, but the rest of my incarnation of my Blu-rays, certain ones. I do still have box sets and everything downstairs, which are going to be shown in other parts and all that. So, good day, good evening, good afternoon.